Good, happy Tuesday morning. Is Tuesday, August 16, 2022. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Tuesday morning edition of your morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started right now. First up, Nashua dedicates traffic circle to late police officer. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Conoce al Google Pixel 6a, un teléfono más inteligente que puede ver en la oscuridad con Night Sight. Arregla tus fotos con Magic Eraser y fotografía todos los tonos de piel con Real Tone. Todo por $449. Google Pixel 6a.
Welcome back. A special honor for a former Nashua police officer who died in the line of duty. The traffic circle at the intersection of Main Street, South Main, and Daniel Webster Highway in Nashua is now named after Officer Edward Rocky Graziano. Graziano was on a motorcycle in August of 1964 when he was hit by a car while making a traffic stop. He was just 26 years old at the time. Police say his family has continued to support the department over the years.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Airplane debris fall from sky in Augusta, Maine. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
A 6-pound piece of metal fell from the sky in Maine. Now, this debris hit the ground right outside the state capitol building in August on Friday. The Maine Public Safety Department says it was likely from a large plane flying overhead. No one was hurt, and it's now under investigation by the Federal Aviation Administration.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. One new COVID-19 death reported in New Hampshire on Monday.
Marissa, thank you. And now to the latest on the coronavirus. The state announcing 503 new cases since Friday. Hospitalizations are back below 100 for the first time in over a week. 18 of those patients are receiving COVID-specific treatment. And there is one new death to report.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man accused of threatening people with knife found hiding in Manchester building. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Investigators say it took a police dog and pepper spray to arrest a man accused of threatening two people in downtown Manchester. They say Robert Philbrick lunged at that couple with a knife shortly after midnight Sunday and then hid inside a nearby building on Hanover Street. SWAT officers saying they found Philbrick under a table behind a mattress and other items. They say he tried to kick the police dog and even threatened to stab it. Officers eventually using pepper spray to arrest Philbrick, who now faces several charges.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Parents in Greenland share concerns following arrest of bus driver on stalking charges. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Monica and Steve, at that board meeting, you could see the concern on parents' faces. They say they want accountability, and they say they want to make sure something like this never happens again.
I am just overwhelmed that something like this could happen.
Trust is a huge factor that is now lost.
Parents and Greenland residents making their concerns heard at Monday's school board meeting. Officials say 40-year-old Michael Chick allegedly stalked an 8-year-old boy in his bus route. Chick allegedly threatened the boy when he resisted taking photos of himself and sending them, saying if he didn't take these pictures, a gang would kill his family.
It just seems like a failure in communication, that there was a complaint made and nobody acted on it.
Joel Turcotte says his two daughters were on the bus route Chick was rerouted to after a complaint. Board members did not respond directly to parents' concerns, but they did hand out the same statement they sent to News 9 last week, saying they were concerned and shocked by the allegations and that they are reviewing policies and procedures.
There's definitely a plan being formulated at this point in time, and it will be in place by the time school starts.
Parents say they want to know specifically what's going to change.
To stop this from happening again.
This investigation is ongoing. There is a hotline for anyone that has any information. That number is 603-722 1751. You can also find that number on our website and our mobile app. Live in Greenland, Grace Finerman, WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire to receive $8.4 million grant to cover cost of COVID-19 testing at UNH. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Well, FEMA will reimburse the state more than $8 million for COVID-19 testing at UNH during the pandemic. The agency says the $8.4 million grant covers the cost of 70,000 tests that were conducted between August and November of 2020. FEMA says the money is coming from its public assistance program to help areas recovering from disasters and emergencies.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Internal bulletin warns of extremist threats. Let's take a listen to that video from CBS News.
With deliciously vegan ingredients like farm-grown mint, people are discovering this strange feeling of
Well, tonight, FBI headquarters here in Washington and field offices across the country are on high alert after an uptick of threats online against the law enforcement agency. And it comes after news today that a Pennsylvania man was arrested after posting online threats to kill FBI agents. CBS's Jeff Begays has the new information.
After the search in Mar-a-Lago, prosecutors say Adam B's threats against law enforcement accelerated. While posting on Gab, the far-right social media site, B's warned FBI employees, "You've declared war on us, and now it's open season on you." He's been charged with one count of threatening law enforcement. Federal, state, and local law enforcement are not taking any chances as more security barricades are going up. The Joint Intelligence Bulletin issued Friday contains ominous warnings about potential threats against federal officials and facilities, including a threat to place a so-called dirty bomb in front of FBI headquarters, and notes that there are online calls for civil war and armed rebellion, themes which are now flooding social media.
I've seen what happened to Trump. Yeah, it's go time.
Investigators say last week's search of the former president's residence and Mr. Trump's statement confirming the FBI operation is fueling some of the anger. The former president's use of the words under siege, raided, and occupied have been analyzed for their impact. Last week, an armed man tried to breach the FBI field office in Cincinnati before being shot and killed in a shootout with police. Tom Warwick is a former counterterrorism official in the Department of Homeland Security.
The warning is to put state and local law enforcement on notice that there could be acts of violence anywhere in the country.
It has already been a difficult year for police, according to the National Fraternal Order of Police. Since the beginning of the year, 210 officers have been shot in the line of duty as of the end of July. That is a 14% increase over the same period last year. Nora.
That's why so many Republicans are warning their colleagues not to turn up the heat in a way that could be dangerous. Jeff Begays, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. That did it for the morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in for this morning news update. Goodbye, everyone.